Bonjour à tous, привет, konnichiwa. So welcome back again. My name is Jesse, and in this wonderful discussion, talking about a very important topic. Don't be empty. Do not be empty. So why are we talking about not being empty? So when God created you and I, God gave us a lot of things. God empowered us. He packaged us with everything necessary to enable us to accomplish our purpose. Just like when you are creating a phone or you are creating a device, you package the device with everything necessary to empower that device to accomplish its assignment. The same way when you and I were created, we were given everything necessary to empower us to accomplish what you and I were brought to do on this planet Earth, called it. There's something they call tabula rasa, that when you are born, your mind is blank, right? You don't know anything. But the fact that your mind is blank does not mean that it is empty. There's something about the brain, which is called the neuroplasticity of the brain or the mind. That means that the mind is malleable. The mind is like a plastic, it's elastic. Neuroelasticity. That means that the mind can be molded and can be formed, can be framed to become anything that you want to become. That explains why you can have two twins, right? You can have twin. One can be born in England, one will be born in France, and then all of them born by the same parents but in different locations. One will know how to speak French very well, like another person will know how to speak English very well, because of the mind. The mind is elastic. The mind is malleable. Can be framed. It can be molded to become anything that you want to become. So when God created you, He gave you that powerful stuff called the mind. So you're not supposed to be empty. You should never think that you're empty. Now let's see some other interesting stuff. Okay, so you see this thing here. We have man and a shark, right? Man did not have gills. Man doesn't have gills, but he's able to swim deeper, even like a shark. Man does not have wings, but he's able to fly like the birds. Man does not have speed like a cheetah, but he's able to create inventions that enable man to become faster like a cheetah. Or man does not even have claws. He does not even have fangs or venom, but he's able to create powerful things to enable him to be able to tame all these animals that have all of these things. Why has man been able to do that? He has no gills, he has no wings, he has no claws, he has no speed. Yet still he has been able to accomplish all these great feats. Why has man been able to do that? Why has humanity been able to do that? So the secret is that one of the things that we or all human beings do is that most of we concentrate on what we do not have. We concentrate on what we do not have. Anytime you concentrate on what you don't have, you tend to become empty. You tend to feel like you are empty. You don't have this, you don't have money, you don't have friends, you don't have a wife or husband, you don't have friends, you don't have a lot of things. And then when you begin to have that mindset that you do not have this, you do not have this, you tend to concentrate on what you do not have, and then you tend to become empty of those things. But what enabled humanity, that's what enabled man to be able to accomplish all of these things, despite he having no gills, no wings, no claws, no speed, to be able to do all of these things, that he focused on what he have, then he learns on what he has, he capitalizes on what he have, and he's able to utilize what he have to be able to accomplish whatever task he has. He doesn't have a gill, he doesn't have gills, but he has been able to concentrate on what he have, his mind, his hands, his heart, to be able to accomplish great things, which is even beyond what those animals, what those birds and cheetahs are able to do. So that is one of the things we should learn in this life, that you should not concentrate on what you do not have yet. Concentrate, focus on what you have, and see how you're able to utilize what you have to accomplish what you want to accomplish in this life. Okay, now let's see some other stuff. So I would like to ask a question. What will you want to be? Which one will you want to be? Do you want to be empty-headed, or do you want to be empty-handed? Which one would you prefer to be? I want you to choose one. Okay, some people will choose to be empty-headed, and then others will choose to be empty-handed. All of them have their pros, but it is better for us to be empty-handed and not be empty-headed than for us to be empty-headed and be full of things with our hands. Because anytime you are empty-headed and then you have a lot of things in hand, you may abuse it, you may waste it, you may use it, you may misuse it. But if you are full of knowledge, if you have the right wisdom in your head, you'll be able to utilize what you have right in your head, in your mind, to accomplish great things, to make sure that your hands are full. So now let's see some interesting asset that God has given to you and I that makes us different, that enable us to be able to accomplish great stuff. The first one that God has given to us is your head, right? Inside your head, God has given us some cool stuff to enable you to accomplish great stuff. Inside your heart, God has given you some interesting stuff to empower you to do great things. And the next asset that God has given to you is your hands. So these are the 3H that God has given to you and I: the head, the heart, and then the hands. So inside your head, there's something they call the mind. So all the feat of men that man has been able to accomplish now is the ability to use his mind. The ability to use his mind. So inside your head, you have some powerful stuff called your mind. With your mind, you are able to accomplish great important stuff. There's something they call the Industrial Revolution. So now we are now moving into the fourth Industrial Revolution. So we had the first Industrial Revolution, then we had the second and the third. So during the first and the second, man learned how to be able to create things with his hands, right? Be able to create steel, to be able to create iron. Then man moved on from creating iron and steel to move on to the third Industrial Revolution by creating digital information, digital stuff, digital products. And then now we are going to enter the fourth revolution. So the fourth Industrial Revolution is the revolution of artificial intelligence, the revolution of building on blockchains, on AI, on bitcoins, and all of these things. All of them are trying to simulate the mind, to simulate the human brain. Hope you get it. So this is one of the greatest assets that God has given to you, your mind. The next asset that God has given to you is your heart, right? The ability to believe, the ability to be passionate about something, the ability to laugh and to be loved, the ability to have emotion, which is a very, very powerful asset that God has given to you. The world is running on logic, but the world is made meaningful by our hearts, by our love, by emotions. And again, the next asset God has given to you is your heart, is your hands, the ability to forge great things with your hands. The hands is made up of about 28 bones, which is very, very powerful. This small hand that you have has a capacity to do a lot of things. So your hands is to deeds, just as your mind is to thinking. So God has given you three different assets: your head with the mind to be able to think the impossible, your heart to be able to believe the impossible, the hands to be able to do the things that you don't even think you could be able to do. So these are the things that God has given to you. But one of the things that many of us do is that we tend to become empty-headed. God has given you a mind capable of doing marvelous things, but we tend to become empty-headed. Why? We tend to fill our mind with junks. We tend to fill our mind with things that are not productive, with things that are not worthy, with things that are not good. And because they are not good, they are not productive, that we are not able to become productive. So you should never ever be empty-headed, because your mind is capable of doing great things. You should fill your mind with right information, with right knowledge. You should process your mind. You should think. You should utilize your mind so that you don't become empty-headed in this life. It's very, very bad for you to be empty-headed. And again, you should not be empty-hearted. There are some people that are so cold. They have no passion. They have no faith. They have no love. They doubt everything. You should not be empty-hearted. You should be filled. You should fill your heart with love. You should not be filled with hate or prejudice, right? You should be passionate about things. You should believe the impossible. You should believe in the word of God. You should believe in Christ. There are people that don't even believe in anything. But you should have faith. Your faith will limit you. Your love can also limit you. Your passion can fool you. So you should make sure that you are not empty-hearted. You should not be empty-headed. You should not be empty-hearted. The next thing is that you should not be empty-handed, because that's a great asset God has given to you. You should make sure you're able to use your hand to be able to create wealth. God has given you the power to create wealth. There are two powers that God has given to humanity: the power to make disciples and the power to create wealth. The power to make disciples, to help people, right? And the power to create wealth. So you should make sure that you are not empty-handed. Your head and your heart is to help you to create wealth and to make disciples, and your hand is to help you to create wealth. You should make sure that you need to use your hand to forge tools, to build products, to be able to write things, to be able to do things, to be able to empower, and then empower yourself and then to help your neighbor, to help one another. So in this life, you should never ever be empty. Do not be empty-headed. Do not be empty-hearted. Do not be empty-handed. Thank you, and see you being full of stuff in your head, your heart, and then your hand. Thank you, and stay blessed.